All right, guys. I'm not gonna make this too long. I've been playing Little Nightmares 2 on the Switch. Great game, by the way. I'll sit up here and tell you that. I actually enjoy it, but it's very difficult. I will never look at a mannequin again. You guys know what I'm talking about. So we have an interesting story here. Fort Jackson military trainee, 19 years old. He decided to hijack a elementary school bus. Now, I'm gonna pull this up. I'm gonna pull this up because this is really disturbing. I don't know if I really can't even blame this on mental illness. And he spent 3 weeks in training. So this out of South Carolina. Luckily, no one was hurt. So that's one of the good thing. But when I heard this story, I'm just like, bro, like, what the heck is going on, man, in this world here? All right, according to CNN. So all right, Fort Jackson trainee is in custody after allegedly hijacking a school bus full of students on its way to Forest Lake Elementary School in Columbia, South Carolina, the Richland County Sheriff said. Sheriff Lance Lott called the incident a very scary situation, but none of the 18 children on board the bus were injured. The driver was also uninjured. Probably one of the scariest calls we get in law enforcement and as a school district is that a school bus has been hijacked with kids in it with someone with a gun. And that's what we had this morning. Lott said this around 7 a.m. The trainee dressed in physical training clothes left the army post with a rifle, according to the 23-year-old in his third week of training. Lott said, oh, he was okay, he's 23. I changed it. But Lott said the sheriff department received a call reporting an individual on Interstate 77 who was flagging people down, trying to get into cars. Lott said the training eventually ended up at a bus stop where children were boarding the bus and he got on as well. So Lott said around the same time, a sheriff deputy was flagged down by a parent who said their child was on the bus with a man who had a gun. No new video shows. Okay, I'm probably gonna sit up and play the video in a minute. In a new video released by the sheriff department, the man identified as Colazo is shown running up to the bus driver holding a rifle to him and telling him to close the door and drive. According to Lott, the suspect brought the kids in front of the bus where they started asking questions about whether he was going to hurt them or the driver. Colazo then got frustrated and had the children and the driver get off the bus. Video, which has been edited by the sheriff department, shows Colazo driving the bus, then opened the door and getting off. Lott said he drove a few miles and was having difficulties operating the bus before abandoning it with a rifle inside. That is ridiculous. He was eventually spotted near I-77 where he was arrested. Said the entire incident lasted about an hour. Top priority now, we addressing the needs of the children who were scared to death, he said. I'm gonna just jump on down. Beagle said the trainee escaped from the post with his rifle. That's the general by jumping a fence during personal hygiene time, shortly ahead of breakfast. Beagle said the suspect did not have access to the ammunition, which is stored in a monitor at a different site. He said he believes the suspect brought his weapon along because leaving a weapon unattended is an indication someone is missing. Right. Beagle said the suspect had a 30-minute head start before other trainees noticed he was missing from formation and notified their drill sergeant. A search of the facility, 52,000 acres, then began. This is crazy. So I will say I'm glad that nobody got hurt, that these innocent children didn't get hurt by this young man. Now, with this going on here, yeah, so guess they had a little leeway. He tried to flag down cars. We don't know what conspired him to do it. Maybe he didn't want to finish his training. Same time, he took his M16 rifle. He didn't have any blanks because even if you have blanks, I mean, can't kill anyone, but you can really hurt them from close distance, right? And because of the blast. And so I'm just glad, he didn't have any live ammunition. So good on the good on the base for doing that, man. Because it's incident like this, when you get reached that third week, fourth week, man, they do give you an opportunity. Like, okay, do you want to continue or do you want to go home? Like, they will try to make some reservations for you or things to, to help you get back home. Because a lot of people can't really get through basic training in this sense. And I'm not, sitting up here and making any excuse for this young man because he has to take full responsibility. I believe he's going to be charged for, of course, carjacking, hijacking, and, AWOL. He's going to be court-martialed as well because, AWOL, that's a huge serious offense. You're just leaving off duty without not even submitting leave. So what this young man's done, I mean, it's ridiculous, man, on so many ways. And this is why I call him a beta male, because beta male doesn't want to take full responsibility of their actions, and then they think emotional before they even, just put their future in their own hands, because at the end of the day, because of whatever is going on, I know mentally they're breaking them down, which is the whole point of basic training, and they build it back up once you graduate, and so you can think independently. When you sign your name on that dotted line, you pretty much forfeiting a lot of rights in a way. But at the same time, though, you're going to receive a lot of military benefits, okay, from Uncle Sam, like your health insurance, your free college tuition, little things like that. But you have to do what Uncle Sam has wants you to do, is go through this training here and become a soldier. Now with this, I know some individuals, like for instance, my cousin, she went through the Navy training and got out. I mean, it's not wrong with that, but at the same time, it's just the way you're doing this by going. I believe he wanted to go home, and so it's just like, why put yourself in that situation? Like, you could have said, "Hey, I'm having some mental thoughts right now. I don't think I'm mentally ready to do this," and they will send you back home. Doing this and putting yourself in jeopardy. Now you're in jail for something that's ridiculous, and then you could probably, it's going to be very difficult for you to go ahead and get another job because of this now. And this is the thing what your baby males don't understand. So when I hear about this, I'm just looking like, wow, because I've seen the tapes here. And yeah, he did point a gun at this at the bus driver that's forced him to get out. Could have been really properly operated. And now, as you see here, it's just it's pretty much a catastrophe here on this future. But luckily, like I said, stated before, and no one got hurt. That's one of the, that's, I guess, that's a huge blessing there. See if I can find like a video here for. There we go. Wow. Yep. Yeah, this he is. So I'm going to see anybody can hear it.
Getting to your COVID-19 vaccination is.
Wait for the ad to finish. What's going on, everyone in the chat? All right, let's skip this ad. Let's play this.
Conference that's underway right now. Let's listen to Sheriff.
Earlier today, after they heard about the incident this morning, they said bus drivers are unsung heroes, and they are. And I think we saw that today. A bus driver who cared about the children on that bus, and he used his training to protect those children. And if we have a hero, it's going to be the bus driver. And we're not going to identify him today, but at some point we will. But he just did a great job. We're going to show you a video in a few minutes, and it's going to show some of what happened on the bus, so you can actually see and hear how calm he was, how controlled he was, and how his training was put to good use. The bus drivers recently just went through a training on how to deal with a situation with someone on the bus, an active shooter, and we saw the results of that training today, the bus driver that was on this bus. And we also want to talk about the kids that were on the bus. We unfortunately have to teach our kids how to respond to an active shooter in situations like they were encountered this morning. And they did what they needed to do. They did not get upset. They were scared to death. There were 6 minutes. 6 minutes they were traumatized. 6 complete minutes that the bad guy was on the bus with a gun. But they were not hysterical. They did what they were trained to do. And I think that all contributed to having a very successful result of what happened this morning. But it was 6 minutes of a bad guy on a bus with a gun who was very desperate. He is under arrest. He's charged with 19 of kidnapping, armed robbery, carjacking, pointing, presenting, use of a weapon to a violent crime, and unlawful carry of a weapon on school property. His name is John Colasso. He's 23 years old, from New Jersey. It was a very scary situation this morning. Been sheriff for 25 years, been a cop for 46 years, and this is the first time that I've ever had a call like I had this morning, where we had an armed person on a school bus that had hijacked and kidnapped a bunch of kids. And I cannot tell you the emotions that you feel when you hear something like that, not just as a sheriff, but as a parent who's had my children ride a school. That is probably one of the scariest things that you can hear, is that someone's on a school bus and kidnapped a bunch of kids and they're armed. Our deputies train for that situation, hoping we'd never have to put that training to use, but we do train. The school districts have given us a school bus, and we train our special response team on how to get on a bus and quickly get people off safely. Fortunately, we didn't have to do that this morning, but we were ready and we were prepared. The response this morning was great from the community, who was calling us tips, and also from law enforcement in this area. The Sheriff's Department, we flooded the area with our deputies. Columbia Police Department flooded the area. South Carolina Highway Patrol joined us. We had lots of cops there that were able to control the scene and contain the scene to be able to catch Collazo very quickly. Again, it started at Fort Jackson with Collazo, who is a trainee. This is his third week of training at Fort Jackson. He escaped from Fort Jackson armed with a rifle that had been assigned to him. Tried to stop some cars then get in the car, was unsuccessful. And as you'll see in a few minutes, you'll see as the kids were getting on the bus, he forced his way onto the bus, forced the driver to drive the bus. And then at some point, he had the bus stopped and got everybody off. And then he continued to drive the bus for a short distance, where he abandoned the bus and took off on foot. With all the people in the area that we had and calls we were getting, we were able to find him at Purcell Road, Alpine Road, and 77, where he was arrested. We're going to show a video. We're not going to show you all the videos that we had on the bus. The bus had great cameras. We have lots of videos, but I just don't think it's appropriate to show these kids on the bus. So what you're going to see is Collazo coming to the bus. You'll hear him giving instructions and threats to the bus driver. You'll be able to see the bus driver on how he handled it. Then you'll see Collazo drive off in the bus, and then you'll see him get out of the bus. This is his picture.
19 counts of kidnapping, armed robbery, carjacking. This nigga is crazy.
The kids and the bus driver are off the bus now.
Wow. He had his whole camel back in it.
That is just a few seconds of the 6 minutes that these kids and the bus driver were very traumatized and feared their life. They were not physically hurt, but you can just imagine how they feel and what they're with. We've got the school district with us, Baron Davis, the superintendent, chairman of the school board. They've worked hand in hand with us. I applaud them for the training that they give bus drivers and support that they've given the bus driver and also the kids and the parents as a result of what happened this morning. This didn't end this morning. It will continue for quite some time. Everybody involved in this will need counseling and lots of support. But again, you had a bad situation, but you had some good stuff. And the good stuff was the bus driver and the kids, response from the community, and a response from law enforcement. We put a successful end to this incident this morning. Questions?
Sheriff, there was some talk earlier today about that the children had said some things to him, apparently caused some frustration among the person who's accused of this. Any idea what was said or how that went down, how that interaction went down?
Yeah, the kids questions. Are you a soldier? Are you going to hurt us? Are you going to hurt the bus driver? So they were being kids, and they were being kids. You had 18 kids, various age, and they were being kids, and they were asking lots of questions. And so I think that added to the frustration that
that's crazy.
he had trying to get away. And if that went into his mind, I don't know, but it was shortly thereafter that he had the bus driver just stop the bus and get everybody off.
Sheriff, do we know if he was under the influence of any type of alcohol or drugs?
No, we don't believe whatsoever that had anything to do with it.
Sheriff, do we have any indication that this was pre-planned, or is this something that happened spur of the moment this morning?
We don't know. That's what we're still working on. We're working with authorities at Fort Jackson to look at his path.
I'm gonna play it too long. It's like 22 minutes long, but I just want you guys to get that video. But yeah, as you can see, he came in with an M16 and told the bus drivers, hey, get out, get out. He tried to flag some cars down, didn't work out. And yeah, he's just right up in there, man. And like I said, luckily, man, for the love of God, he didn't have any live rounds in there. That would have been a catastrophe. That would have been really bad. Because I don't condone innocent people getting killed, especially children, because they're the future. But with this young man, 23 years old, he got a real awakening, man. I mean, it's just crazy going on right now here in the world. But I just want to go ahead and report this. I'm just happy that nobody got hurt, and maybe just be a valuable lesson for this young man. He might need to be stuck away, get into a solitary confinement or a mental asylum, because I mean, when you do certain things like this, it's just like, bro, like, you're really that desperate, man, to get home. Like, all you had to do, man, is talk to the sergeant and say you didn't want to do it anymore, bro. They will find something for you to put you in holding or something, bro, and you'll get home. But it is what it is, man. As you can see, what the sheriffs was just saying, that they was asking them lots of questions. You're a soldier, like, are you going to kill us? Are you going to hurt us? Or like, what's going on? Like, they traumatized. I'm thinking about the children. They're gonna have to get therapy for that, man. PTSD from that. I don't know if they're gonna really ever want to ride a bus again, man. Just going to school, trying to get their education. Now they gotta worry about other people's outside world just getting very angry because they can't, handle their situations, and now they getting put on to other people's issues. It's messed up, man. But this is gonna say this is the evil and wickedness that I think that's preyed on young men, especially in this world as well. Because as men, if you don't have a good clear head, or you don't have a good future about yourself, or that means you can't provide, you can't make provision. I mean, emotionally connect with anyone. I mean, you can't even build anything, because you have so many demons that you're fighting against. It's like Legion, in the Bible, when it states that many demons has entered. But with this, it's just an unfortunate circumstance, man. Throwing away your whole future of something that can be really solved in many things. I don't know. Stuff can be going on in basic training. I don't know. The man could be mentally abused. Who knows? He probably just, don't want to go through the strict order or the physical training. But you should have known that, before you sign up. You should have known all the, But the thing is, though, you move forward and you keep going. It'd been many things. I've been in situations like, damn, I don't want to do this. But once you have an ideal mind, you're going to start doing things like this. I mean, this is something, I don't understand, like, how far you was going to go from doing this. But she could say, I believe he should be, locked up for a very long time. And, yeah, just, you just got to your consequence, for real. But that's all I really have to say, man. I'm not going to really draw this video too long. I know it's kind of late, but I just kind of want to report this and just go live and at least drop a video for you guys, man. But I appreciate you guys coming in. I really do. Yeah, so you guys continue to like, comment, subscribe, share this video. If you guys have anything else, thank you for tuning in for the short video. That's your boy, Young Lee Jr. I'm out. Deuces.